Alright, starting it up. Can everyone hear me? Just waiting for it to start up on YouTube's end. One day I'll test the ultra low def or ultra low latency. Good. Alright. No time to delay, let's start this up. Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. This is the 25th live session, where I'll be covering a combination of Veersmith levels and levels that I find online. Welcome to the stream, Heavy Elite, Diego, Jedox74, Daibuman, and any other lurkers who are watching, and anyone else is coming up later. Kyle Stubbs as well. I'll first be starting with the level which I wasn't able to cover during the previous stream, which is Sorcerer Man by Jedox74, with 17 plays and a score of 3. If you want one of your levels to be covered during the stream, please leave its level ID in the live chat below. It can be either your level or level made by someone else, but please don't submit any more than 2 levels because I want to cover levels by other authors. Also, make sure the levels you submit haven't been covered by me already. Here's the level queue, and here's the full list of levels I covered so far. Brad for Jedox74 will be Heavy Elite, 2 levels by them in fact. Welcome to the stream, Fox and Yellow Socks. Glad you can make it. Party aesthetics do give a feel that this is a magical castle. Too bad we don't have any book enemies in the game. I agree, Heavy Elite. The aesthetics look pretty wonderful already. Some of the best aesthetics of any level covered today. Somewhat reminds me of Wizard Man stage from Super Fighting Robot. Yep, I remember those flying book enemies. The only other applicable enemies I can think of are flying owls. Reference to another Mega Man fan game. Whoa, that was a close one there. I didn't think I would make it in time. Do I have time slow? No, I don't. Exactly, Heavy Elite. That's why it works so well here. Frankly, I wish this level was actually submitted to something like Magmal Tree. That way I get more attention. And be able to add some more custom gimmicks as well. For instance, book enemies. Now we're in the icy cold research facility part of the place. I guess we're gonna have one for each element. One for ice, one for fire, and one for thunder. Perhaps one for each element, I mean. Indeed, Spy Woman, is just an optional challenge for more skilled players. Torchman, and I'm not sure about the second one actually. Perhaps Brickman, or rather Blockman. That'd be fun, especially with his multiple phases. Although he may have problems fitting into many rooms. I like Impact Man as well, right after Blockman. Only problem with using this, sadly. I guess there's the electric section now. We had ice, now you have thunder. Compared with Blockman, Impact Man is a more demanding boss battle. But now that I think about it, I like him over Blockman. I want more Roadmasters with more advanced patterns. That way there's more methods to play around with their patterns in Mega Man Maker. Now we're in a mysterious cave, which is iced over for some reason. Torchman is like a Street Fighter boss in a way. He demands your attention and to react to all of his attacks so he can do it damageless. Yeah, this section was a bit enemy spammy, but it was the end. And I suppose you can do it button mashy, but I would reduce the number of enemies here by 25-30%. Indeed, it felt like 1.5 levels, but honestly, I like it. Currently my favorite level of the episode, although it's also the only level I covered, so... I'll be right back in a moment. Second up is Wily's Luftfestung 2 by Heavy Elite, with 15 plays and a score of -1. This is one of Heavy Elite's weaker stages, just as an FYI. And yes, I mispronounced Luftfestung or Fortress. I did play part 1 of this series several months ago, actually. At the very least, we start out with a pretty powerful special weapon, the Gemini Laser. Wily's Air Fortress, yeah, sorry about that. What's over here? The ability to play as base, Oh, can't reach it though. I need to return back here with base, I see. In part 1, we started out in the hangar, or the dockyard, and invaded the fortress from below. Now we're inside of it. Well, that's a bit of an awkward positioning for the enemies. Not so much positioning, but the way it functions here. Oh no, you. Did I just one-shot it? Introducing us to the fact that oil fires are coming up. This is showing how we move slower in the oil. There we are, base. Now have to go through the stage in reverse, so we can get back to that point. I know the first Air Fortress did a similar thing. Sadly, that means I lose access to the jet adapter, unless I glitch through the platform somehow. This just disappeared. I guess they ran away. Sand Cobra seems like a nice idea. But we'll have to see the implementation to see how good the ideas are in practice. There are a lot of good ideas for Mega Man bosses floating around the web, but most of them aren't implemented, or even if they're implemented, they're not implemented well. Exactly, as Daibuman is saying. The Mega Man engine is currently the best 8-bit engine for making Mega Man classics currently out there. At least if you have Game Maker Studio, that is. Oh. I shall wait then. Easy. Eventually, I will cover the sample fan game that's in the Mega Man engine. Darn. Eventually, when Magma Tree gets released, I'll show off my level. Well, technically our level, but that's all I'll say. All I'll say about the level is that, well, I was hoping it'd be a bit better. Another one that just disappeared. Did have a... As a response to Gravity Beetle, there was a snake-based Reploid in Mega Man 0. Not Reploid, whatever they're called. But you get the idea. Azure Necromantis the 3rd in Mega Man 0. And the 5th in Mega Man 03. Thank you, Daibuman. To be quite honest, I don't think my level in Magmal 3 is gonna hold up compared to my one in Magmal 2. But I don't want to say more about that level because I don't get penalized in terms of score. Once they all get scored, then I'll explain more about my opinions on my stage, or rather our stage. Number 3. Did you participate in the Neo Pit of Pits Daibuman? Just curious. Number 4 vacated, the other ones got destroyed. Darn, I should have known that was gonna happen. It was just too suspicious. I see. I participated with 4 levels. At least for Neo Pit of Pits, you have a lot more people who can give suggestions for you. Also, a pitfall of this stage, there is no weapon respawners up there. Well, technically I can backtrack, so there is that. Oh goody, he takes double damage too. We have fan-made Roadmasters, so of course we'll have fan-made Mavericks. Perhaps they'll take some fan-made ideas from Mega Man X9, as they did for several of the Classic Series entries with Roadmasters. That's alright, Jedok. This looks suspiciously like a boss. That's the main issue I've seen so far with the level. There you are, Springman. Where's the ring platform to the right? Nothing's there. Oh, because there's no corresponding one to the right. That's why. The boss battle was a cakewalk, basically. Even for one of your weaker levels, Heavy Elite, this was okay, I guess. Sure, go right ahead, Daibuman. Third up is Crystalman Transport, also by Heavy Elite, with 15 plays and a score of 6. Please submit one of your level IDs. I don't have any more after this level by Heavy Elite, so I'll have to cover some levels in the most popular queue. If there are no more afterwards, I'll start covering more levels by Heavy Elite. Hey, if no one submits other levels, I might as well cover the entire Wily Air Fortress series tonight. You already did, yes. I don't want to cover more than 2 levels by you at a time, but if no one else submits after you, I'll just cover 1 or 2 levels from the most popular queue, then cover the rest of the Wily Air Fortress series. Okay. Wait, they did, Jedok? Which one? I guess Maverick's final because that's the Redux version. But did they play just number 1 or all 3 of them, or all 4 of them, I mean? Well, at least it wins in one category. You know, if this is Mario, I think this would be a Kaiser trap. The key down there. To Jedok74, did they play the remixed or final version of the game? And which ones of the Maverick's Fury series did they play? All of them or just one? Only the demos, so I'll take a look. It's probably the final game then. Maverick's Fury is a rough title, I'd say. Enjoy the crystal shower. Oh, I love doing this against the wall. Pretty. Especially when the wall is pretty enclosed like this. They don't seem lame to me. Oh, I don't like this section. It's so easy to get insta-skip there. Ah, strange. I guess this is then the final version, or 4. I'll have to double check then. These are some of the situations where I wish the engine had non-instant death spikes, or a stationary hazard that deal damage to the player that cannot be destroyed. Because the crystallized, mini-crystallized don't actually have a shot limit, if you fire against the wall, you can easily pound an enemy to submission. Case in point. But only if you have a wall next to you. I'm not going back down there, that looks untrustworthy. It's not really a lot of backtracking, just a minor amount so far. I mean, yesterday I played Megatroid, oh I can't go back down here, and that had quite a bit of backtracking, along with me getting a bit lost. For those who watched last night's stream, for that section where I was having trouble trying to freeze the ceiling hopper in place so I can go back up, Well, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. There was a hidden block you're supposed to bomb on the floor, and that way you can skip that entire section. Too bad I didn't know for the time. At least it was worth it for that energy tank. Send me the details of all of them when they're done. Eventually when I'm done with most of the games I got keys for, I'll start covering them en masse. For a moment there, I thought I was stuck. That's good to know. Gotcha. I'm just worried about invisible spike pits or clipping into something. Oh, this level was so fun to do when you spam the Crystal Eye. It really got buffed from Mega Man 5. The fact that you can have more than one or two of them on screen at a time. If the Crystal Eye was this powerful as it was in Mega Man 5... If the Crystal Eye was this powerful in Mega Man 5, I'd use it a lot more. Sadly, I can't destroy this enemy with it. You can use similar species as well, especially for insects. Especially if you're using different types of beetles, there are millions of them out there. I'm still waiting for someone to make a joke of Boomer, Koanger, and Gravity Beetle having several million brothers or something. Or siblings. Or various kinds of fish as well. Ah, where did I miss it? It's an in-joke in regards to how many beetle species there are in the real world. There are millions of them. Oh, of course, this area. Should have checked this out first. Sheesh, that sounds painful. If it was just 2 Windman and 1 Toadman, maybe not so much, but having that many Shade Men, that would be a problem. Fair enough, I was just thinking of a meta joke. I guess we're at the end. I wouldn't say the stage has a lot of backtracking, but a moderate amount. Not minor, not a lot, moderate. That is assuming this is the end part of the stage, of course. Because of the multi-hit bug, it's better to do this instead. Fire against the wall. Of course, His projectiles are the same as my projectiles, so I can't tell what's mine and what's his. It's over. Fun stage and spam this. Alright, as no one else submitted any level IDs, I'm gonna cover a few stages, or at least 2 stages on the most popular queue that seem interesting. Then I'll go back and finish Heavy Elites levels. Board up is Secret Underground Base by Hankinstein with 21 plays and a score of 8. I had a lot better luck with the most popular queue levels today. We had the decent or pretty good recreation of Acid Man's stage, as well as the redux of Hard Man's level. Shock Shark, Stab Swordfish, and Wave Toad. There are plenty of ideas for Mavericks and Roadmasters still out there. Now we're actually in the base. Wonder why they put a giant rolling drill in front of it. Ghost Water type. Reminds me of a Pokemon Mega Man X crossover. That was my bad. I wish there were more hybrid Roadmasters. I wish there were more hybrid or... I wish there were more hybrid... let me repeat myself. I wish there were more hybrid teams in Mega Man and Mega Man X. I want a Freeze Flame Roadmaster and or Maverick, for example. Or Fusion Roadmasters for that matter. I'd like to see them as, for example, a Final Four or something. Or perhaps something to deviate from the usual Master rematch at the end. Made it in time for the end of the level. This was okay, I guess. Wish to explore this rolling drill gimmicks a bit further. Fifth up is Ancient Heights by A Cup of Joe, with 58 plays and a score of 20. A climbing to the top level. I mean, I have no other special weapons, so Enjoy the slower bomb mine encounter. Wait, he didn't take damage? Alright, I need to wait a short while then. I thought he instantaneously dropped his guard when it finished. I wish I had the ability to toggle this on and off, but I guess then it would break this stage. Literally slow and steady. Kinda nice. Now this is a better application of the time slow. Otherwise it's much harder to dodge their attacks in combination, especially Cutman. Kinda breaks Iceman's pattern though. And our last boss is Time Man himself. Who else would it be? I wish it was two different Time Men. That would make the fight a bit more unique. It's slow enough already, so might as well make it a bit more challenging. And that's it. Out Time Man. Welcome to the stream, Leonardo. As no one else has submitted level IDs, I'm gonna start covering the levels by Jethawk now. By Heavy Elite, I mean. Sorry. So, 6th up is Wily's Air Fortress 3, with 17 plays and a score of 3. Normally I would only cover 2 levels by level designer, but considering you're here and no one else is decided to send anything, might as well just finish the entire series. Start this level right where we last ended off the Air Fortress 2 stage. Still have the Gemini laser, thank you. I know this stage has force weapon usage, but, well, it's a fortress stage. And to be fair, you can't run out of these. No, the stream is working. Yep, the Gemini laser kind of sucked in Mega Man 3 if you didn't spam it up close because of the shot limit and because it lagged the game. But here, as you can spam it you can spam it up to 3 times instead of the original 1, and it doesn't lag the game. It's extremely powerful. Wish we could have Gemini Man in the game. I don't really buy the reasoning the devs gave about him being broken in most boss arenas. Then the onus is on the players to actually fix the boss, or make an arena that works with him. Spam your heart away. Yeah, Daibuman, I don't mind if the boss doesn't work in all arenas, the Gemini Man I'm referring to. In that case, the onus is on the level designers to fix it and make an arena that works. I mean, for several bosses in this game, if you don't have the right arena, they're extremely easy or easily broken. See Ringman, for example. I don't mind bosses where the difficulty of them is conditional on the arena you face them in. I mean, for a Mega Man boss, part of the challenge is navigating around the boss, dodging their attacks in the arena. It's boring facing off against bosses in a pure rectangle or square-shaped arena. I want some more variation. Hello? No checkpoint sadly because it's right after. What ended up happening is because it was off screen, it got despawned. I wish Yoku blocks can spawn off screen to prevent these issues. I think it's because they have a different set of ideas of how it works. I have a much more flexible idea of, well, I feel I have a lot more flexible idea of how Roadmaster should work. Not every boss and enemy should work everywhere. If that's the case, what's the point of having all these enemies? See you all tomorrow, Daimuman. See you for the fan game and ROM hacking stream, or ROM hack stream. Thank you for providing the list of Mavericks, Fusion Mavericks, and the weakness order. This is also why I feel Magmal 2 is better than this, at least the engine-wise. And why the Magmix engine I feel is the best 8-bit engine currently out there, in terms of feature set and stuff in it. Sure, I'll cover it after I complete Air Fortress 4. I think that's what the reasoning was, but honestly, my reasoning, the way I would design a Maker game like this is that many bosses, or at least most bosses, work in most scenarios, but some would require more specific setups. I'm okay with that. At least Mega Man X++ won't have this issue. I wonder how Sonic Studio is going to handle bosses. Climbing upwards using the jet adapter. I guess this is the cooling facility, judging by all the ice everywhere. Can't reach, sadly. Gotcha. Hope there's a checkpoint nearby. I guess after this room, I definitely like this stage more than Air Fortress 2. This was better designed. Stone Man. But I can't exactly reach him, so I guess I have to race to the right instead. Well, I have to dodge his attacks, and all the screen shaking. He doesn't seem content to actually use his most dangerous attack, the Power Stone. If he was like Ringman, then he'd be a danger. I guess he was placed there for the music. Oh, I see. Guess that's his weakness. What is this, Mother Brain? Fitting end to this stage, I guess by shooting it open we disable the coolant, so the engines will start overheating. Next up is Air Fortress 4, with 22 plays and a score of 3. I'll cover this and the true final, and then I'll go back to J-Rock stage. I was hoping there'd be more people here, but I guess not. Gradius, that works too. I wish more of the Mega Man X series and media explored the concept of Maverick. I wish there were Mavericks who were not actually on Sigma's side. Oh, neat, an elevator section, but not using footholders. I wish more stages used this idea. That way it uses a local timer. And no need to wait at all. I just wish there were some enemies to deal with here. Whoa! That could have gone badly. And that was a good idea. It's a workaround for the issue of not having local timers for the footholders. Well, rats, I see the problem here. Pretty easily solvable problem. Same with this hot dog. I suppose this is to indicate that fires are breaking out around the engine because we destroyed the cooling systems. Normally these rooms would be a lot more dangerous if I didn't have the Gemini laser. In any case, the Gemini laser feels like the easy mode of the stage. If I just had the regular Mega Buster, this would be more of a challenge. Mega Buster and Jet Adapter. That combo essentially solves many of the challenges these stages pose. Now that's a bad thing, I like some easier stages here and there. Frankly, I feel the hardest stage in the series was 1 or 2. Well, I thought about it that way considering this follows a chronological order. I mean, what's the other way to actually have fires in Mega Man Maker? I know there's the fire bars, but those are not constant. Having the fires via oil makes sense too because the engine's leaking oil. And think of those and think of the tackle fires as all the flames being shot out of the engine. Reminds me of the Metroid elevators. Actually, let's do it the quick way. I like to think of Watsonian explanations for several of the level elements, so they can match up with the story. Hi Nightman. Where are we now anyways? Let's see, you did mention there were 6 levels in this series, but on my list I only have 5, so let me check. Is there a difference between final and true final? Just as a question, is there a difference between final and true final? Alright, I'll do the final first, which has 16 plays and a score of 7. I guess this is a normal ending, whereas the other level is a true ending. Only have the Gemini laser by this point. Should have waited there. I kinda wish we had the ability to add custom backgrounds. Then we'd have the flaming, charring remains of what's going on there. I see. I'll cover both of them then. You stand in for each of the Roadmasters, but this was made before version 1.5, so instead we have mini-bosses. Hey, more chances to spam the Gemini laser and other weapons then. I'll use my other weapons to give them more time to shine. Or not. Didn't mean to go through this one again. I'll do this in counterclockwise order. I see why you can get soft locked. We need all these weapons. Wish I had the crystal eye for this. That should be everything, I think. Just to be sure, I'm gonna do the lower right corner. Already did this one, I see. So let's get out of here. Right in the same order in the menu. Good. Not all levels do that, actually, for some reason. Now we're jumping out of the air fortress. Sadly, we dropped onto one of Wily's fortress. Sadly, we dropped onto one of Wily's. The Wily machine, I guess, or Wily tank. Why thank you, game. Without a special weapon, you have to use the jet adapter, which is a lot more risky. But with this, this fortress boss is pretty easy. Now let's see how this compares to the true final. Now this stage was made following version 1.5, I believe. For everyone watching, do you have any suggestions for fan games you want me to cover? Not ROM hacks, but fan games that I haven't already covered already. I like the aesthetics of this stage much more. It seems a lot less bland, and we actually have a background. I see. Oh no. Why did I get Black Hole Bomb? Must have been for one of those bosses, I guess. Seems someone has painted the entire airship with different colors. Different rematch room. This time we have actual bosses. This works well as a secondary weakness. I wish we had Yoshiki spawners. That way we don't need both of these out like here. Welcome to stream, Galaxy Man 64. You're kind of 1 hour late. Feel free to submit level IDs either made by you or someone else. So far, no one other than Heavy Elite or Jethawk submitted levels, so I'm finishing up the level series. This really trivializes him. It nullifies one of his attacks. Actually, both of his attacks. I think you should save for next week. We've seen enough levels by tonight. And that should be it. I mean, today I covered 6 levels by you, which were fun, definitely. One of them is currently my honorable mention, not sure which one though. But I want to see some stuff from other people, like Galaxy Man, whose level I'll cover after Jethawk's. The better final boss this time. Out we jump out of the fortress. Triple Ring Man with two firemet spawners, 8 tele spawners, and umbrellas. Each of them have their own separate weaknesses, I see. I think the best idea is to just use the black hole bomb. It is fire and forget. And it handily deals with most of these enemies too. If I have to do this normally, I'd have to use a jet adapter. I like to think of the gravity bomb, black hole bomb as their secondary weakness for 2 of them. That was a much more enjoyable finale. The enemy spewer, probably. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment. And I'm back. Roku-chan is on my list of Mega Man fan games to play, so how about this? I'll play it next week. Tomorrow I'll be playing 2 ROM hacks because I want to do the order of fan game ROM hack, so I'll finish 2 ROM hacks, then I'll do Roku-chan and another fan game. 10th up is Spy Woman by Janox74 with 15 plays and a score of 2. Although technically Roku-chan is not a Mega Man fan game, it's a freeware game that's heavily inspired by Mega Man. Because it doesn't actually use any Mega Man assets. Just sound effects, graphics, and music that sound suspiciously like Mega Man. Look and suspiciously sound like. Although we all know it's basically like a Mega Man fan game anyways. Same with Rockbot for that matter. Well, maybe not Rockbot, but to a lesser degree. I understand why they say it's taking place at night. Because spy thrillers. Despawning enemies for fun and profit. This weapon block was for nothing. There's no ceiling here. No, this setup makes sense, actually. I like the aesthetics inside more than outside, to be frank. So here's a turtle boost. And here's me dying because I didn't press up slightly on the controller. I already had a treble boost, so I won't get it again. True, both have their charm. I just feel the upper power will do better if it had custom graphics. This one works better out of the box. Not saying the upper one's bad, I just feel it could be improved a bit more. After playing Sorcerer Man, I feel a bit spoiled from Janox levels. That was phenomenal in terms of graphics. Time for the green section. These really look like they're in the background. These really look like they're in the foreground, but they're actually part of the background. What is this place anyways? Is this a prison? Could be a storage room, you're right. Random ladders as well. Yep, as a divider. And now we're back out again. Well, I have something unfortunate to say now. After I complete this stage, I'll have to end off the stream right now. There's a thunderstorm going on in the background and, well, I need to end it off right now because otherwise the power may end up cutting off here. Sorry, Galaxy Man. I'll cover your level next week. I wanted to cover it today, but weather says otherwise. Decent work, Genox74. I'll see you all tomorrow for the ROM hack stream. Same time, same place, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock... well, you get the idea. I'm not playing really hard at the Rebellion. I forgot to actually change the graphics, so tomorrow I'll be playing something at 12 PM PDT, or 3 PM EDT. See you tomorrow, everyone. Have a good night. Toodles!